after Hurricane Helene happened, we saw that there was just a need for so many things, so many resources. And so our neighborhood kind of just became our own little factory. We started loading up trucks full of food and water and anything we could think of to just take to all of these little towns and communities that weren't getting help. And one of the drivers came back and told me a story about how there was a little boy that was walking in the mud without any shoes on. And as a mom, I just kind of thought, like, okay, if that's happening now, what's going to happen in a couple weeks when winter sets in? And so we all kind of put our heads together and we thought we needed to start collecting winter items immediately before winter gets here. And luckily we had a really long summer, so that was really nice, but we kind of got a jump on it, and we were able to start collecting thousands and thousands of coats and hats and gloves and scarves and even sleeping bags and tents and everything in between. So within 2 to 3 days after us announcing our drive, we started getting hundreds of boxes on my doorstep from all over the country. I mean, we got boxes from Alaska, we had boxes from California, Maryland, Texas. I think probably all 50 states we've received at least something from them. And so it's been really amazing to see. And we actually had a lady that showed up on my doorstep. She rang my doorbell and I opened the door and she said, "Is this coats for Appalachia?" And I was like, "Well, I guess, yeah, absolutely. This is my house, but come on in." And so she had a whole carload full of things. She had driven 4 hours away, stopped all along the way and picked up any coats she could find at any consignment shops and brought them all to my house. And then she got back in her car and drove back home. So She had an 8-hour round trip just to bring us coats, and it was really touching. Yeah, it's been a mix of all of the emotions. I think the first couple of days when we got, probably 500 boxes on my doorstep, we were like, what are we doing? There are 4 of us and we're gonna do all of this. So it was overwhelming, but then as soon as we started taking coats to people and we started hearing their stories and getting to hug them and see their children, and it kind of made it all worth it. We realized, okay, this is a need and we're doing so much good and we have to just keep going, and we haven't stopped since. We were blown away when we started this. People immediately jumped in to help. Just our Facebook group grew to, we have almost 2,000 members, but it all happened in just a couple of days' time. People all over were saying, how can we help? How can we send donations? And so basically we would make a post saying like, hey, I need this. We need this many coats. And within hours we would have everything that we needed. And it has been absolutely amazing to see how helpful everyone has been. We actually kind of got into the camper game for a few weeks because there was a single dad that we ran into in Swannanoa. And he'd been living in his trailer with his 2 little girls, and they were 3 and 6, so they're young kids. And he said, we're still in the trailer, but it's covered in mold. I think we need to get out. So you guys have a tent that you could let us borrow for a couple of days until we can find something else. And so we got him a tent, we got him a heater, and we just thought that's not enough. He can't be in a tent with little girls. And so we were like, we're gonna find him a camper. And so we started connecting campers with people. It's been wonderful to see the people that have just come to our doorstep saying, we have a camper, we'll give it to you, just tell us where to go with it. And so that story really kept us going for a long time, because we were just thinking about all of the people that don't have anyone to turn to and they don't know where to go, and we just happened to be in the right place at the right time to help this guy. We have been to Hot Springs, we've been to Newland, we've been to Roan Mountain, we've been to Swannanoa, Arden, kind of all over, Spruce Pines, Bakersville, Burnsville, all over North Carolina. And then in Tennessee, we have been to Chuckey, Parrottsville, Hampton, Irwin, Unicoi, Jonesboro. I think we've been almost everywhere. So we've had a great team of people that have been helping us deliver. So I think one day we had 6 different trucks going different places all over Appalachia. And so we've just had so many people willing to help that we've been able to hit kind of everywhere. So it's been great. So sometimes we get coats in just a couple boxes at a time, and it's easy for us to open those and sort them. Sometimes we get like a truckload of boxes and it takes forever for us to sort through those. So today we have a whole storage unit over here full of boxes and boxes of coats. We have kind of used this as our hub for when we don't have time to necessarily sort. We kind of throw it in the storage unit and we say, okay, we'll come back tomorrow and finish. And so today we're trying to get all of these coats moved out, and all of the adult coats are going to go to Mountain City, Tennessee. And then all of the kids' coats are going to be sorted and divided between a couple of schools in Tennessee that we're going to give those to. So hopefully we can get everything sorted today. So we're still collecting coats for now. We're going to keep collecting them until the need is over. As long as people keep sending them to us, we'll keep sending them out and finding where they need to go. But we also have decided that we kind of want to do more for our communities. We got really tired of seeing people who were living in the cold and just giving them a coat. It felt like a Band-Aid, and like it's not going to fix the problem. And so we decided we wanted to help build houses. And so we talked to Appalachia Service Project, and they're doing great things in our area. They've already started building houses. And so we just said to them, hey, can we help you? Can we start a giant fundraiser to raise funds to start building houses for the people that we've seen, that we've interacted with, that we know need a place to go? And they were all for it. They said, great, let's do this. Let's throw a giant fundraiser. And so we are hosting a gala in February. Our goal is through that fundraising effort to build 20 houses in the area. And so we're really hoping that the whole community will show up to help us with that, and donate whatever you can. If you can donate $5, that helps. Any amount of money helps. So we're grateful for the opportunity that we have to partner with ASP through this, and we're hoping that great things will come from it.